Hello again and welcome to the program. I am Suren. I'd like to present to you some of my chosen poems from various poets. We love those who don't love us. We destroy those in love with us. We hate but kiss. We do not strive, but we live. We are reluctant to allow. We curse but we take. We talk and we forget. We always lie about what we love. We contemplate indifferently. We don't respond to sparks of eyes. We play rough with feelings, and we do not regret anything. We dream to be with a loved one, but we only forget about that we love those who don't love us, that we destroy those in love with us. Colors of my heart. The wind whispers, the trees sway, leaves drift gently, carried away. The Pacific hums, wild and free, a song of nature, a part of me. I live, I breathe, I move with time, woven into life's endless rhyme. Yet most of all, my love, it's you, who paints my world in golden hues. You bring meaning to the thoughts we have, like sunlight spilling through the leaves, yellow, blue, and green. You shine the colors of my heart, divine. Purest love. You taught me love in its purest form. A love that is patient, a love that is kind. You showed me your beauty within a storm, a force both powerful and divine. You revealed the strength I hold inside, and how to wield it without pride. You helped me see who truly I am, the person I was meant to be all along. You taught to me to believe, to reach, to dream, to embrace the goals I can achieve. For this love, I'm endlessly grateful, a love that feels like a gift from above. You've given me a piece of you, who you are, keeping me grounded, never far. Simon Russell. Believe in yourself and all that you are. Know that there is something inside of you that is greater than any obstacle. A lot of walking away will do your life good. Walk away from arguments that lead you to anger and nowhere. Walk away from people who deliberately put you down. Walk away from the practice of pleasing people who choose to never see your worth. Walk away from any thought that undermines your peace of mind. Walk away from judgmental people. They do not know the struggle you are facing and what you have been through. Walk away from your mistakes and fears. They do not determine your fate. The more you walk away from things that prison your soul, the healthier your life will be. You are enough. You are not the noise of the world, but a quiet strength it cannot steal. Not the wounds you hide in the shadows, but the light that dares to heal. Every flaw you see in the mirror is a storm of battles you have won. Like the cracks in a weathered stone, you are shaped by what you have overcome. You are not a fleeting moment, but the rhythm of an eternal song. Not a question waiting for answers, but the truth that's been there all along. So, stand tall in the storm's embrace. Let your roots sink deep in the soil. You are enough, just as you are. A masterpiece in your own turmoil. Poetic Solace. Some of me. There are thousands of me inside me. Where are some of me are free from a cage, while some of me still haven't found the key. Some of me are lost in a desert, while some of me are drowned in a sea. Some of me are open books. Some of me remain a mystery. Some of me are forgotten poets, while sometimes we ourselves are poetry. Some of me are panacea to a curse, while some of me are incurable cancer. Some of me are questions unasked, while some of me are the blunt answer. Some of me are as brave as wolf, while some of me are afraid of dark. Sometimes we are a star full of fire, but some of me are still a spark. Some of me are as cold as an iceberg, while some of me are yet to burn. Most of the time we stay forever, but once we leave, some of me never return. There are thousands of me inside me. Some of me are hidden deep. Some of me you see. Some of me are known to you all, while some of me are even unknown to me. Rudra Singh. Metamorphosis. In the mirror of my mind, it's becoming ever clearer. As I reflect upon these thoughts, which I've fought so hard to form, my brain is a perfect storm. When the rain comes rolling in, the thunder and the lightning are sometimes rather frightening. But I will keep on fighting. And I'm not giving in. This storm will pass into the past, and the sun will shine again. From the ashes, I will rise like a phoenix to the skies. And best believe it when I say that I will seize the day. I'll end this with a metaphor. A metamorphosis must begin. To return this worm into a butterfly, so I can finally fly again. Dorothy Coburn Atherton. New beginning. Despite of how hard it is to accept things right away, for yourself, you need to go for what your heart says. Let go of what restricts you and free your mind from limitations, because this time you will aim towards your deserved position. Conquer the fear inside you and face it with courage. Never put yourself down and be discouraged. In this sweet battle, there will always be a room to learn. Just look into the positive things in every challenge that you'd earn. Some of them will support you, but others will mock you. Choose to believe, and those who are real, even if they are few. Spend your days in gaining knowledge and experiences, because that will guide you in the right path to success. This man or this road that you are about to take will never be easy. You need to do your best, and eventually you will see the things that you deserve from the sacrifices you gave. You'll meet in the end, as long as you stay brave. Lee Pearl. For what it is worth, it's never too late. Or in my keys, too early. To be whoever you want to be. There is no time limit. Start whenever you want. You can change or stay the same. There are no rules to this thing. We can make the best or the worst of it. I hope you make the best of it. I hope you see things that startle you. I hope you will feel things you've never felt before. I hope you meet people who have a different point of view. I hope you live a life you are proud of. And if you are not, I hope you have the courage to start over again. Our thoughts, the seeds from which we grow. Our keys to paths we wish to know. They shape our dreams. They build our skies. They lift us up. They help us rise. A pure thought blooms like morning light, guiding hearts from dark to bright. When thoughts are kind and visions clear, even storms we cease to fear. Let beauty dwell in every view. Let hope and grace shine strong and true. For minds that bloom in love's embrace will always find a higher place. So guard your thoughts. Let them be wise, the silent wings on which we rise. Success will knock with gentle grace when beauty lives in thought's own place. Jaswinder Chahal, from the same author. The price of life. This world now spins on coins and gold. In every heart the greed takes hold. From morning light to final breath, money shadows life and death. Each thought is weighed in wealth and gain. Even love wears fortune's chain. Smiles are sold and time is bought. But peace of soul, it can't be caught. We built our homes on shining stone, yet sleep at night still feels alone. No currency can heal the pain or wash away the silent rain. For all it gives, fame, food, and fame, it cannot light a dying flame. And when the end comes, soft or fast, no wealth can buy the moments past. So cherish hearts, not just the price, for life can't bloom where money lies. Each life affects another's. We may not always realize that everything we do affects not only our lives, but touches others too. A single happy smile can always brighten up the day for anyone who happens to be passing by your way. And a little bit of thoughtfulness that shows someone you care creates a ray of sunshine for both of you to share. Yes, every time you offer someone a helping hand, every time you show a friend, You care and understand every time you have a kind and gentle word to give. You help someone find beauty in this precious life we live. For happiness brings happiness, and loving ways bring love. And giving is the treasure that contentment is made of. Amanda Bradley. My November Guest by Robert Frost. My sorrow, when she is here with me, think these dark days of autumn rain are beautiful as days can be. She loves the bare, the withered tree. She walks the sodden pasture lane. Her pleasure will not let me stay. She talks, and I am fain to list. She's glad the birds are gone away. She's glad her simple worsted grey is silver now with clinging mist. The desolate, deserted trees, the faded earth, the heaviest sky, the beauties she so truly sees. She thinks I have no eye for these, and fixes me for a reason why. Not yesterday I learned to know the love of bare November days, before the coming of the snow, but it were vain to tell her so, and they are better for her praise. The smile. There is a smile of love, and there's a smile of deceit, and there's a smile of smiles, in which these two smiles meet. And there's a frown of hate, and there's a frown of disdain, and there is a frown of frowns, which you strive to forget in vain. 4 sticks in the heart's deep core, and it sticks in the deep backbone, and no smile that ever was smiled, but only one smile alone. That betwixt the cradle and grave, it only once smiled can be, and when it once is smiled, there is an end to all misery. Thinking by Walter D. Wintle. If you think you are beaten, you are. If you think you are not, you don't. If you'd like to win, but think you can't, it's almost cinch you won't. If you think you'll lose, you are lost. For out of the world we find success begins with a fellow's will. It's all in the state of mind. If you think you are outclassed, you are. You've got to think high to rise. You've got to be sure of yourself before you can ever win a prize. Life's battles don't always go to the stronger or faster man, but soon or late the man who wins is the one who thinks he can. Ralph Waldo Emerson. Write it on your heart that every day is the best day in the year. Who is rich who owns the day, and no one owns the day? Who allows it to be invaded with fret and anxiety? Finish every day and be done with it. You have done what you could. Some blunders and absurdities, no doubt, crept in. Forget them as soon as you can. Tomorrow is a new day. Begin it well and serenely, with too high a spirit to be covered with your old nonsense. This new day is too dear, with its hopes and invitations, to waste a moment on the yesterdays. Ernest Hemingway. The best people possess a feeling for beauty, the courage to take risks, the discipline to tell the truth, the capacity for sacrifice. Ironically, the virtues make them vulnerable. They are often wounded, sometimes destroyed. The book, A Farewell to Arms. Finally, me. I chased your love like it was gold, did everything that I was told. I bent and broke to fit your mold, till all my warmth grew dim and cold. But then I paused and turned around, and planted roots into my ground, no longer reaching out to prove that I'm worthy when I move. Now every breath I take is mine, and every scar a sacred sign. I have left the chase, the noise, the play, and in that quiet I found me. Choosing yourself after years of trying. Janelle. From the same author. The way back home. I wandered far from who I'd been, forgot the light I held within. But slowly now, I start to see there is still a way back home to me. It's in the way I speak my name, with less regret, with less self-blame. It's in the way I tend my mind, with thoughts that hurt, yet still stay kind. No man can you show me where to go, but deep inside, I start to know that healing isn't far or wild. It's just the way back to my child. The past lives. I am still learning to see all my imperfections as masterpiece of art, to embrace my awkwardness as magical, to love my darkness like a gift, to accept that I'm different, to not compete with others, but to love myself my way, to not run from my dark side, but to face my fears alone. I'm still learning to be opinionated, but mind my business, to open my heart to new adventures and not my mouth, to raise my standards and not my voice, to chase dreams and stars, not people, to seek beauty in others, not attention, to go with my heart, not the crowd. Omehi Ehioxie. I Dream a World by Langston Hughes. I dream a world where men no other man will scorn, where love will bless the earth, and peace its paths adorn. I dream a world where all will know sweet freedom's way, where greed no longer saps to soul, no avarice blights our day. A world I dream where black or white, whatever race you be, will share bounties of the earth, and every man is free, where wretchedness will hang its head. Joy, like a pearl, attends the needs of all mankind. Of such I dream my world. E. Cummings. Love is more thicker than forget love. Love is more thinner than recall, more seldom than recall, more seldom than a wave is wet, more frequent than to fail. It is most mad and moonly, unless it shall unbe, than all the sea, which only is deeper than the sea. Love is less always than to win, less never than alive, less bigger than the least begin, less littler than forgive. It is most sane and sunly, and more it can not die, than all the sky, which only is higher than the sky. Charles Dickens. Love is not a feeling to pass away. Love is not a feeling to pass away, like to balmy breath of a summer day. It cannot be laid aside. It is not a thing to forget or hide. It clings to the heart. Ah, woe is me, as the ivy clings to the old oak tree. Love is not a passion of earthly mold, as a thirst for honor, or fame, or gold. For when all these wishes have died away, the deep, strong love of a brighter day, though nourished in secret, consumes the more, as the slow rust eats to the iron's core. A Party of Lovers by John Keats. Pensive they sit and roll their languid eyes, nibble their toast, and cooled our tea with sighs, or else forget the purpose of the night, forget their tea, forget their appetite. See, with crossed arms they sit, our happy crew. The fire is going out, and no one rings for calls, and therefore no calls Betty brings. A fly is in the milk pot. Must he die by humane society? No, no, there Mr. Werther takes his spoon, inserts it, dips to handle, and lo, soon the little straggler, safe from perils dark, across the tea-board draws a long wet mark. Arise! Take Snufflers by the handle. There is a large cauliflower in each candle. A winding sheet, ah me, I must away to number 7, just beyond the circus gay. Alas, my friend, your coat sits very well. Where may your tailor live? I may not tell. Oh, pardon me, I'm absent now, and then I cannot tell. Let me know more, be teased. He lives in Wapping, might live where he pleased. The Oak by Lord Alfred Tennyson. Live thy life, you like young and old, like yon oak, bright in spring, living gold. Summer rich, then and then, autumn changed, sober hued, gold again. All his leaves fallen at length, look, he stands, trunk and bough, naked strength. She Walks in Beauty by Lord Byron. She walks in beauty like the night of cloudless climes in starry skies, and all that's best of dark and bright meet in her aspect and her eyes, thus mellowed to that tender light which heaven to gaudy day denies. One shade the more, one ray the less, had half impaired the nameless grace, which waves in every raven tress, or softly light o'er her face, where thoughts serenely sweet express how pure, how dear their dwelling place. And on that cheek, and o'er that brow, so soft, so calm, yet eloquent, the smiles that win, the tints that glow. But tell of days in goodness spent, a mind at peace with all below, a heart whose love is innocent. The Naturalist by Jimmy Osborne. He found poetry in the world around him, in the bark of the gnarled cherry tree, at the sound of the river running wild, and the hum of the humble honeybee. He heard the music in the songs of birds, and drum of raindrops upon the earth, finding solace in quiet solitude, and the silence found between the words. Through golden leaves on trees of oak, sweet earthen spirits softly spoke, whispering secrets on the wispy winds, of which the poet often wrote. There are, in the heart of the ancient forest, where are the woodland critters freely roam, born by the rocky river bed, the only place he ever felt at home. By the same author. B. Sitting there, still like a stone in the water alone, and unbothered by the passage of time. Not a care in my mind, I take a chair and unwind from the stress of the day in the best kind of way. As I lay down to rest under the shade of a tree in this comfortable nest that I made just for me, I breathe in the air and bathe in the breeze. What a beautiful day it is to be. A letter to myself. I am capable of greatness, and I want the world to see it. I want to stand up on a mountain and as loud as I can scream it. Make an announcement to the world that I won't be defeated. By the anxiety inside of me, I've been trying to defeat it. And I'd be lying to myself if I said I didn't struggle. 'Cause these voices in my head sometimes have me seeing double. But I've been living right. I've been sifting through the rubble. Now, even on my darkest nights, there is light at the end of the tunnel. I've been living in a bubble, but it's time for me to break it. Please hand me another shovel, 'cause I can hardly take it. I sit beside the fire and think. By J.R. Tolkien. I sit beside the fire and think of all that I have seen of meadow flowers and butterflies in summers that have been, of yellow leaves and gossamer in autumns that there were, with morning mist and silver sun and wind upon my hair. I sit beside the fire and think of how the world will be when winter comes without a spring that I shall ever see. For still there are so many things that I have never seen in every wood, in every spring. There is a different green. I sit beside the fire and think of people long ago, and people that will see a world that I shall never know. But all the while I sit and think of times there were before, I listen for returning feet and voices at the door. the few. The easy roads are crowded, and the level roads are jammed. The pleasant little rivers with drifting folks are crammed. But off yonder, where it's rocky, where you get a better view, you will find the ranks are thinning, and the travelers are few. Where the going's smooth and pleasant, you will always find the throng, for the many, more's the pity, seem to like to drift along. But the steps that call for courage and a task that's hard to do, in the end result in glory for the never-wavering few. Edgar Albert Guest. Resilience by Jimmy Osborne. In the midst of it all, I'm still standing tall, like a hearty oak tree, refusing to fall. I'm losing it all, yet I'm holding on tight to that undying light that I hold inside me. These roots will not freeze on this cruel winter's eve. In my heart, there's a fire like you wouldn't believe. I have much life to live, many dreams to achieve, so much love left to give, and many gifts to receive. There is no easy way to seize the day, but I'm beginning to see the way. To a peaceful place, a breezy bay, far away from the freezing rain. Don't Quit by Edgar Albert Guest. When things go wrong, as they sometimes will, when the road you're trudging seems uphill, when the funds are low and the debts are high, and you want to smile, but you have to sigh, when care is pressing you down a bit, rest if you must, but don't you quit. Life is strange with its twists and turns, and every one of us must learn, and many a failure comes about, when he might have one head to stuck it out. Don't give up, though through the pace seems slow, you may succeed with another blow. Success is failure turned inside out, the silver tint of the clouds of doubt. And you can never tell just how close you are. It may be near, though it seems so far. So stick to the fight when you're hardest hit. It's when things seem the worst that you mustn't quit. Daffodils by William Wordsworth. I wandered lonely as a cloud that floats and high o'er vales and hills, when all at once I saw a crowd, a host of golden daffodils, beside the lake, beneath the trees, fluttering and dancing in the breeze. Continuous as the stars that shine and twinkle on the Milky Way. They stretched in never-ending line along the margin of a bay. 10,000 saw I at a glance, tossing their heads in sprightly dance. The waves beside them danced, but they outdid the sparkling waves in glee. A poet could not but be gay in such a jocund company. I gazed and gazed, but little thought what wealth the show to me had brought. Far oft, when on my couch I lie, in vacant or in pensive mood, they flash upon that inward eye, which is the bliss of solitude. And then my heart with pleasure fills, and dances with the daffodils. Unconditionally loving. It's the kind of love that has no limitations, and it asks for nothing in return. You genuinely love people for who they are, for their true and honest selves. Raw and unfiltered, this magical love runs deep through you every waking moment of your life. And the people whom you give it to feel truly lucky to experience your love in their lives. Unconditional love means love doesn't go away based on what they are or aren't doing. You accept and love them for who they are, even when you don't like them. You set limits on what behaviors you will or will not accept. It doesn't mean you tolerate disrespect or maltreatment. You have zero boundaries in the relationship. You ignore your values or needs in the relationship. From the therapy notebook. Real Love is Not by Dr. Elizabeth Frederick. Scary, chaotic, or unpredictable, selfish, one-sided, or self-serving. Something that will be taken away unexpectedly, unreliable, wishy-washy, or inconsistent, too prideful, or too cowardly to apologize and seek repair. Something that has to be earned or deserved, going to make you question your worth or significance, neglectful or dismissive of your needs or boundaries, vengeful, spiteful, or punishing, enough to sustain a healthy relationship. Emotional neglect in relationships looks like getting cold responses and lack of empathy when you are vulnerable, not receiving affection or validation, having your feelings frequently ignored dismissed, or minimized. Expected to tolerate unfair treatment, respect, or to move on without solving issues. Emotionally withdrawing and refusing to talk. Having your request to talk about matters that are important to you disregarded. Lacking emotional support like words of comfort or reassurance during hard times. Not having your emotional needs understood or met. Being shut down when you try to connect with your partner. From Restored Woman. Childhood trauma is not only caused by abuse. It can also be a result of having your emotions dismissed and ignored, being physically or emotionally abandoned, having to people please to get attention, lack of validation, and positive feedback. Caregivers with inconsistent mood and behavior. Growing up in a home with arguments and chaos. Lack of physical affection, like simple hugs. Not being comforted, or so when said. Having a sibling who was favored, left to deal with difficult emotions on your own. Having caregivers who are physically present but emotionally distant. Having overly strict caregivers. How to respond to being disrespected with confidence. 1. Toss it back with a question. What exactly were you hoping to gain by saying that? 2. Give them the death stare. Nothing says, not cool like silent judgment. 3. Play it cool. Sorry, what was that? I want to make sure I understand you correctly. 4. Draw the line. Talk to me like that again and I am gone. 5. Put it on pause. Hit me up when you are ready to talk respectfully. 6. Lay down the law. Let's get one thing straight. That is not okay. Don't ever speak to me like that again. 7. Kill them with kindness. Smile and say thank you and just walk away. Sometimes grace wins the day. 8. Flip the script. Would you be okay if someone said that to you? 9. Set the vibe. I don't do disrespect. Let's keep this respectful or not at all. 10. Exit with power. This conversation is over until you... and the rest you can think of. "16 smart responses to shut down disrespect." This is by Dr. Miro Bada. 1. I noticed you have interrupted me 3 times now. 2. I'd like to understand what you meant by that. 3. Let's reset and discuss this professionally. 4. That's below our professional standard. 5. We both know that's not what happened. 6. I've considered your view. Here is mine. 7. That approach doesn't align with our values. 8. I'm confident in my expertise in this matter. 9. Interesting take. Here are the facts. 10. We can disagree without being dismissive. 11. I've earned my place at this table. 12. Let's pause here and reset expectations. 13. I prefer to address this privately, shall we? 14. I've heard you out. Now, please hear me. 15. That's not an accurate reflection of my work. 16. My boundaries are not negotiable. Ten powerful psychological truths in life. 1. Silence is more powerful than trying to prove your point. 2. When trust is broken, sorry means nothing. 3. Control your actions. Learn, react less. B. 4. When you are honest, you lose people who don't deserve you. 5. One beautiful heart is worth more than 1,000 beautiful faces. 6. Small friend circle, private life, clear mind and happy heart. 7. Never go back to somebody who has already broken you. 8. Stop overthinking. You can't control everything. Just let it be. 9. If somebody is stupid enough to walk away from you, be smart enough to let them go. 10. True friends are very rare. If you have one, don't let them go. And here are lessons taught by life. Words to live by. Life isn't fair, but it's still good. Your job will not take care of you when you are sick. Your friends and parents will stay in touch. You don't have to win every argument. Agree to disagree. Make peace with your past so it will not screw you up your present. Don't compare your life to others. You have no idea what their journey is all about. Over-prepare and then go with the flow. Be eccentric now. Don't wait for old age to wear purple. Frame every so-called disaster with these words. In 5 years, will this even matter? What other people think of you is none of your business. Your children only get one childhood. If we threw our problems in a pile and so everyone else's, we'd grab our speck. Envy is a waste of time. You already have all you need. No matter how you feel, get up, get dressed, and show up. Life isn't tied with a bow, but it's still a gift. All need a little love, but it's still a gift. Don't be too shy to show it, especially to yourself. From the meaning of life. 8 things you should never tell anyone. 1. Never reveal your exact income or savings. 2. Keep your next big move quiet. 3. Don't share family issues. 4. Keep relationship problems private. 5. Hide your insecurities. 6. Don't discuss money struggles. 7. Protect others' secrets. 8. Leave your past mistakes in the past. And here are 15 signs they don't respect you. 1. They interrupt you while speaking. 2. They make jokes at your expense. 3. They ignore your boundaries. 4. They never apologize even when wrong. 5. They only reach out when they need something. 6. They downplay your achievements. 7. They don't listen, just wait to reply. 8. They talk behind your back. 9. They cancel plans by the last minute without reason. 10. They mock your values or beliefs. 11. They take credit for your ideas. 12. They lie or hide things from you. 13. They compare you to others to put you down. 14. Act differently around others. 15. They don't value your time or effort. From Advanced Life Skills. I came across a book that said, most people don't want to grow. They just want to feel better. And it made me pause. Because growth is uncomfortable. It asks you to face hard truths. Let go of old habits. Take responsibility for your choices and walk away from what no longer serves you. Feeling better is easy. A scroll, a snack, a distraction. But growth, that's showing up on the hard days. Choosing discipline over comfort. Healing instead of hiding. If you want a better life, don't chase ease. Chase evolution. Top 12 fascinating facts about human behavior. From Be Human, Be Kind. 1. Ignoring someone can actually make them pay more attention to you. 2. Silence often makes people spill more than they intended. 3. Liars usually avoid eye contact. It's a classic giveaway. 4. Smart people tend to have fewer friends, but deeper connections. 5. Want to know if someone's really interested? Watch their feet, not their face. 6. Just smiling, even if you don't feel like it, can boost your mood. 7. Our body language often speaks louder than our words. 8. Most people lose focus after 10 minutes of concentration. 9. Positive affirmations can actually help you feel more confident and driven. 10. People mirror your energy. Act confident and others will treat you that way. 11. Music can instantly shift your mood and mindset. 12. We remember emotionally charged moments more vividly than neutral ones. Think about it. By Carol Ann Duffy. Hand. Away from you, I hold hands with the air. Your imagined, untouchable hand, not there. Your fingers braid with mine as I walk. Far away in my heart, you start to talk. I squeeze the air, kicking the auburn leaves, everything suddenly gold. I half believe your hand is holding mine the way it would if you were here. What do you say? In my heart, I bend my head to listen. Then feel your hand reach out and stroke my hair as real as the wind caressing the faithful trees above. Now I can hear you clearly speaking of love. One true friend. As I stop to count my blessings, there is one thing which rings true. I'll always be so grateful for the friend I found in you. Grateful for the special times we've shared throughout the years. Times that brought us closer through our laughter and our tears. Grateful just to have someone as kind and good as you to share my finest moments with, and share my sorrows too. And when I look upon my life, what matters in the end is that I was really lucky to find one true, faithful friend. Thank you for watching and sharing this episode. We will meet you again by the next episode. Until then, smile, be happy.